Okay guys, as promised, 99 Acura with the rotor. Remember we had that bad rotor if you've seen the brake job? Now we're going to change the rotors. So 99 Acura, let's get the tires pulled off and show you how to pull those rotors. We are going to be moving the calipers, so take you a screwdriver here on the left hand side, take loose those three which I've just twisted. Go ahead and lift that up out of the way. There's your master cylinder reservoir. Twist the cap off, and let's go ahead and just leave that off. So when we compress those, if you see how much fluid is in there, not much, but when we compress those brakes down now, there'll be more put in there. So we want to relieve that pressure, otherwise we can pop a hose or something when we use a C-clamp. Never use a hammer or anything for those brake cylinders to push those pistons back. Use a C-clamp, but I'll show you that right now. Let's go over here and get that tire off and start on that brake master cylinder. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull the 214s, one on each side for the caliper. We'll pull that off, and then we'll show you how we're going to get that rotor off. Now, if you remember on the other video, it was the other side that had the bad rotor, but we're changing both, so we're just going to show you on this one. We need that part number for the rotors. It's 31248, and that's for both sides. This side wasn't in too bad a shape, but we're going to go ahead and change them because we bought them as a kit all together from our local AutoZone store. Okay, and it helps to turn the wheel all the way to the right. You can get at those caliper bolts a whole lot easier. Okay, so we'll get this out of the way. Now, if you're just doing a rotor, you can just do the two back bolts here, the 18s. But in this case, we're going to do brakes as well because they were in, well, they weren't in bad shape. They were new, but the old rotor on the other side probably ruined them. So we'll go ahead and grab the caliper, throw it up out of the way. Here's our brakes. We'll go ahead and pull those out of the way. And now you can pull these two 18 millimeters on the back right there. Okay. And I lied to you, those are 17s back there, not 18s. So after you get the two of those off, that will pull right down out of the way. Just like that. Now we'll turn the wheel back the other way and get that rotor off. Okay, now you're going to pull those two Phillips screws that are side to side off. Both of those should come right out. And then we can slide that rotor back up off there. Screws out, you can just go ahead and pull it off. Wiggle and wiggle. And then we'll grab the new one here. Okay, now you're just going to push the new one up there. Grab your two Phillips screws, and let's get those thread back in. I'm going to have to use two hands because I got to push it up there while I thread it in. Okay, got our new shiny rotor on there. You can just go ahead and grab the edges here and turn your wheel, or go inside and turn your wheel. The other side's up off the ground too, so we can just grab it and give it a twist. And then let's get this caliper put back together with the new brake. Okay. Got that on there nice and tight. Now we'll grab our caliper. Now here's what we're going to use. If you remember watching the other video, a C-clamp. We're going to squeeze that down. Now as we run the C-clamp in, the piston goes down. I think you remember that if you needed it. If you don't need it, from here you can just go to the brake one, or if you've already seen the brake one, you're probably good to go. But for you that want to continue, we'll continue putting this together. Now we have these little clips we need to pop out. You can just smack that straight down just like that. Flip it over. And then place your new one in. And it's just, that's not new. Now we're just gonna pop it in the exact same way. Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, when placing your shoes up here, make sure, well, for one, they have to be the same roundness as the rotor. You don't want them going opposite. But make sure the clip for the brake squeaking, that's when your wear and tear is too low and it squeals on that. Make sure that's on the back side of where the rotor goes. It doesn't go on the front. Out here, it goes back there. And then our other one, of course, it's not going to go like that, it's going to go like that. And if you also remember from the last video, we like to put a little bit of grease right here on both sides, keep it from squealing, and we can run that caliper back down. Okay, then we run back down our two caliper bolts. Now remember these little plunger things here, you may have to push those back to rotate the caliper back on. Tighten up your 214s, put your tire back on. So now I'll go ahead and do the other side, but I think you got the idea here what to do. If you do need the brake job on this Acura, click on my name underneath this video for all my other how-to videos. There's a bunch on this Acura with different codes and such too that we've done in the past on it. But if you do need the brakes as well, I guess you got them now, but again, on my name underneath the video, and you'll get all those how-to videos. Please, please, please give me a thumbs up. And click like, click subscribe. Thank you guys so much. And as always, enjoy.